family? This is episode 28 of Sensitive Tip Off with your host, Humble Stunner, and our co-host, Judd. Back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as we're here with the Coach Hot Potato video. Who's been fired and who's been hired? Okay? And as we see, a bunch of coaches have been mixed and matched and moved around like hot potatoes. So it makes sense. And like I said earlier with the other videos, we do have something coming soon for you guys, the 2023 to 2024 season. Something coming new. So stay tuned and like and subscribe, and we get to that. So Judd, what do we have starting off with these new coaches going on here, just passing around, man?
Right here we got with Detroit, we got Dwayne Casey moving on up apparently in the front office position. It's a front office role. And with that, they actually brought in Monty Williams. So one hot potato. Yeah, it's like they juggling two hot potatoes now. It's like they didn't fire their coach, they threw it on up, and now they caught another hot potato because exactly. Monty Williams is now coming from Phoenix. And honestly, what he brings to Phoenix is a lot of experience, coach of the year. He's going to get a lot of respect there with the young players. So they're going to actually let him coach the team how he wants to coach the team. And I think the fact that Dwayne Casey was a previous coach, he's moving on up into a higher role. He understands that he doesn't want to get in the coach's way too much. And not only that, Monty Williams also, I believe, is now the highest paid coach in the NBA. So on a 6-year deal at that.
Was he at 30 million?
I don't know.
I think it's around there.
It's a lot. I don't know if it's 30. I think 30 mil, because I'm pretty sure it's like I think it can get to like 100 mil over 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not 30 mil, but it's like it's a lot of money. Yeah, it's far. Yeah, I was sitting here like, ooh, that's a nice check right there. I mean, I think he's earned it, bro. Because I was sitting here like it's really. He wasn't thinking about coaching. He didn't really want it. I heard he didn't really want to take this coaching position to begin with. But I'm guessing money had something to do with the fact that are you going to say no to being the highest paid coach in NBA history? I think not. No, sir. No black man I know. So honestly, being truthful, bro. So with that being said, they respect him a lot, and they're going to let him run the team how he wants to run the team. I like Detroit a lot, bro. I like Detroit a lot.
You were a main person talking about Detroit with Cade. I knew you have him in his face.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that, bro. We're literally just thinking about Cade Cunningham, bro.
Jaden Ivey.
25. Before I get into that, bro, okay. Cade Cunningham, we gotta sit here and respect, bro. Rookie year, 25-5, bro. It's not. I picked him in fantasy for a reason, bro. While he was playing, he was eating, bro. He got hurt, and it was just like, damn. But it's like I said, God, everything happens for a reason. Because he got hurt. Now what did that do? Jaden Ivey got time to run. The other guard, Joseph over there, got time to run. Not only that, because I was so poop again, we got another draft pick. Yeah. We got another draft pick. So they have a nice young core building over there. And now they have a really good coach. So it's interesting to see for the next 6 years. Two years out, I see them in the playoffs, especially with this coach. So don't sleep on Detroit. Watch out. Watch out, Ben, against them.
So I do believe this is a great upgrade and I think it wasn't premature. I think it's a great time for a new change and direction for the Detroit Pistons be led with great experience, winning coach at that. And just to move on, now someone has to place Monty Williams' job in Phoenix Suns. With now Monty Williams having issues with DeAndre Ayton and now having Matt Ishbia, the new GM, Phoenix Suns, having to get a new coach in there. He wants to go with somebody that just won a championship about 3 years ago, Frank Vogel. Someone that's also a great defensive mind, someone that also has a great resume within the Indiana Pacers, within the Lakers, and now has the Phoenix Suns. And I think he was on another team as Magic. That's also early in his career. It's his fourth team running as a head coach, and he's from Jersey, and I'm from Jersey, so you feel me? I like Frank Vogel at this moment. You feel me? Let's have a little comparison, just have something to relate with him, but just to be funny. But his last championship was 2020, and he has 2 trips to the Eastern Conference Finals with the Indiana Pacers early in his career before he got to the Lakers or even the Phoenix Suns. So you do have quite a resume for Frank Vogel, and I feel like he could build upon what they have going on with the top heavy ass team of the Phoenix Suns.
No hate on Phoenix, man. It's gonna be interesting, bro. Especially with that coach over there, knowing that whether or not they keep Aiden, and I think they will because of Frank Vogel, because he's like, bro, like he's a defensive minded coach. To trade away my only defensive minded player in the starting lineup is tough, but at the same time, Aiden doesn't want to be a fourth option.
Right.
So it's gonna be tough over there. But that keeping this on Frank Vogel, we know he's a defensive minded coach, so we know he's gonna be drilling defense into the squad. And I know, personally, as a better, the new coaching hires is like it annoyed me a little bit only because it's like I betting against Phoenix, I know the other team's gonna score.
Yeah.
Now it's like, damn, now against the defense with Frank Vogel over here screaming at people. Like, all right, cool. Same thing with Houston. Houston got a that's where I'm gonna go to next. But Houston got a defensive minded coach.
Yeah.
Who's out there. Steven Silas got moved out. They decided not to keep him. They decided to hire Ime Udoka, Boston's previous head coach. Honestly, people were surprised he didn't get a job sooner, but the NBA has their ways of doing what they do. But now he has another job with the young developing squad in the Houston Rockets. My one thing with the Rockets that's confusing me recently has just been the rumors about players that they may or may not pick up. And my thing is, are you rebuilding or are you trying to win now? What are you trying to do? But I think Ime Udoka is a great coach to have as far as rebuilding goes, especially with this young core, because when I was betting against Houston, every other star player that walks in there, just take the over, bro. Just take the over. I'm still gonna start the season like that because hopefully Ime can't drill that defense into them that quick. Since the season starts, there's only so much you can do with your personnel, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be aware that now they're gonna be focused more on the defensive side of basketball, and it's like I know that was not one of their focuses last year at all, and it was clear to everybody. The superstar walked through those doors, and you could bet over, and it was gonna happen. So it's gonna be good for them, bro. It's gonna be good for them. They're gonna learn how to stay defense, and they have a lot of really good scorers there. So if they could develop some two-way players, watch out for Houston, another team, bro. These teams are gonna be really good the next couple years, bro.
And just to touch on something real small about this Rockets team now, you just moved Steven Silas. His record in 3 seasons was hideous. 59 wins to 177 losses. It hurt my heart right there. But he complained a lot in his postseason conversations about the young team not listening to him a lot, and it just didn't seem like he was fit for the job. And as his father was a player and a coach, it just didn't seem like it was the right cards for him. But this is now Udoka's second season. First season he went to the finals with the Celtics, right? This is second season with a Rockets team that's developing a young core, and just maturity and accountability and defense is the main points. I think there's going to be the main drilled in points for this team as a young squad. I think they're probably the youngest squad, youngest team in the league. That might be, or it might be between them and Thunder, but we'll see. I like this a lot. So to move on now, we
That
have.
being said, let's go to a team with the new coach, because a lot of people are skeptical about new coaches. And one coach that I think you're about to get into with their first head coaching job is Adrian Griffin, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go into that. I was. And we could really talk about that briefly. As we had Michael Budenholzer that has been there 5 seasons being replaced by assistant coach. We see a lot of mishaps of Mike Budenholzer for the past couple games. I mean, like past couple series, past couple games of the Miami Heat series. But hey, anytime the Bucks was in the position of the first seed, they never made it to the NBA Finals, which is
That just it's weird how the NBA works and how that it's like a lot of times like coaches just get fired just because if the players don't play how they were supposed to play, if the series really doesn't end up how it was supposed to end up, and you were really favored to win, the coach just has to be the first one to go. I think the swiftness in which they released him showed you that. I don't think they're gonna let Chris Middleton walk. I don't think Brook Lopez is gonna go anywhere. I think they really planning on keeping the same squad, but they just want a new voice.
yeah.
Because they need fresh energy. They need They shouldn't have. They didn't feel like they should have lost to Miami,
Yeah.
especially 5 games. That was really a shocker. So I think it's gonna be interesting, bro. These new coaches, bro. As you can see with with Ime Udoka, his first year at head coach, he went to the finals.
Yeah. So it's possible, even though it's a new coach, a new face, it is possible to get to the best position.
The Bucks in the finals.
Yeah.
So, what team did he come from?
What? The Atlanta Hawks. So yeah. They haven't.
He came from the Raptors.
Oh wait, who are you talking about?
Adrian Griffin.
The Raptors?
Yeah, Adrian Griffin came from the Raptors. He was the Raptors' former assistant.
All right, I guess so. Okay. Yeah, so that's a whole new journey for the Bucks to go down the road with. It kind of sucked. I think this year solidified why Mike Budenholzer had to leave. The year previously, it was Chris Middleton out, and then you had Giannis out in the postseason, but it's still no excuse. They had a great team, up and down. So, Adrian Griffin, we gonna salute you and hope you bring out the best out of Giannis and the rest of the squad. Now we go to the top of a coach that always been a scapegoat because he leads the league as a head coach to lose always the 3-1 deficits. That's Doc Rivers. Now getting kicked out for Nick Nurse. A Doc now turns to a Nurse now. So we're gonna have to see what happens.
That's
as
crazy. How do you upgrade from a Doc to a
That's
Nurse?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It don't make no sense, but that's the thing I don't like, because now you had Doc Rivers here for 3 years. His record was actually pretty good. Wins 154 and to losses 82. So this is in 3 years as well. You have an MVP this season that actually, in my opinion, didn't deserve the MVP, because now you lost in the series and now you want to put that 15-point game that you had on.
Don't look at the postseason when it comes to MVP. MVP is solely.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. But I'm just saying.
That's what you are talking about, though.
I am, but it draws a factor in. It draws a factor in for the future. For the future, I don't want my MVP blaming anybody else on my team that they didn't play better. If I score 15 points, I don't care what injury you had. If you hurt that bad, don't play, because that was garbage time. He gave 4 or 5 points that he had. So he was playing trash, and he needed to miss that. I wouldn't have and support no MVP on my team postseason or regular season, and I have no MVP in the future.
But that's the thing. You can't look at the future and then vote for what's happening right now, bro. Because if that was the case, everybody would be rich, bro. Like, but yeah, bro. We didn't know what he was gonna do in Game 7 against Boston in the playoffs. Nobody predicted 15 points. That's why he got the MVP. Because throughout the regular season, we said Joel Embiid Game 7 against Boston in the playoffs. What is he doing? Nobody's saying 15 points. Maybe somebody, honestly. A few people might have jacked the under, but his under might have been 33, bro. His under probably set at 30, bro. But yeah, he didn't. That has nothing to do with the MVP, bro.
Okay. I'm okay. Respect
Leave that at that, bro. Leave the MVP at that, bro.
Just to talk about Doc Rivers, it was a 50-win season, and he got fired, and he'd been there 3 years, and he brought them to a point where his MVP should have brought him. That's all I'm saying. Should have brought him to conference finals. He's the first MVP that has not brought his team to a conference finals. And I get how important his MVP was in the regular season, but you transfer that MVP to the postseason, or how that status puts him on, or whatever goes on, it does impact the rest of the team, because now your coach is fired. So, hey, it is what it is. They have Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is now, I feel like it was a little premature in my opinion. I respect their decision. I mean, you don't go from a doctor to a nurse. I don't know who taught them this, but
at the same time, though, this nurse does have a ring.
Does have a ring. He does have a ring. You're correct.
A more recent one than Doc Rivers.
Yes, that's a fact.
I like Doc Rivers. I feel like he's a scapegoat a lot. Like, he does have a lot of blunders with 3-1 leads, but with that being said, to have those, you have to have that many 3-1 leads. Not a lot of people have the playoff success or the regular season success that Doc Rivers has in general. So people can sit here and harp on the downfalls all they want, but it's like, he's still a good coach. He didn't. Yeah, he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't make the best adjustments like other coaches do, but he must be good for some reason. Because why is his team always better than somebody else's team? People say, "Oh, because he always has good players." But you don't just give a coaching job you don't just give a coaching job to anybody. So it's like he earned the job, and it's like he did well. And then it's like, unfortunately, in the blunders, bro, players choke, bro. Coaches, apparently they could choke too.
That's a fact. I mean,
combination of both things. Like Joel Embiid had 15 points and Harden disappeared again, bro. What the hell did that have to do with Doc Rivers, bro?
yeah,
Like, bro,
it's too much. It's too
at
much.
the same time, though, new coach, new voice. Hope apparently Harden didn't like how he's being utilized, whatever the hell that means. Because like I've been saying before, Maxi's the second option on that team. He should have been. He's been it, and it's clear now. So it's like, Harden, what you need a new coach for, bro? Tell you to take more shots away from Maxi? Because God forbid Maxi wants out in a couple of years. Because then after that, Joel's leaving.
Over.
Joel's leaving, bro. Maxi wants out. Joel's going a couple of years later. So hopefully with Nick Nurse, they're able to figure it. Harden, you better resign.
You got to. You got to.
Long, I don't know for how much. They're not jumping to offering Max money though. I'm pretty sure that's what he was expecting. Like, and it's like, had he made it to the finals, he could have probably got that, but he didn't.
The thing is, you just had fired a coach that had a 51 season. Then you had Nick Nurse and the Toronto Raptors.
And not only that, a 51 season, a 51 season, the MVP, the scoring title, and the assist title all on your team in the same year, bro.
Yep.
It's not my fault that they choked in the playoffs, bro. Like, damn. I mean, maybe you could have ran better. You could have ran a better offense. You have to make adjustments.
I mean,
give you a pass for not making adjustments, but it's like, bro,
that was the players, bro. It was at that point they lost game 5. Yeah, that was their game to take.
Y'all were up game 6-2. Like, bro, nobody told y'all to start playing lackadaisical, bro.
It really mainly the players. I mean, you could blame the coach a little bit. I mean,
everybody else.
That's the point where you fired them. That's how I feel.
People are quicker to fire coaches. Like I said, you're quicker to fire coaches than you are to fire players because you can replace a coach. You see how you replace one coach with the ring with another coach with the more recent ring?
Yeah,
it's harder to replace players, bro.
Yeah, talent level is so much higher as a player, you know. I mean, so much lower defined than a coach, I guess you could say. But that's pretty much the broad gist of how many coaches we have moved around this season. And hopefully this
Toronto too, because Nick Nurse is out of there.
Oh yeah,
they actually hired the ex-assistant from the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm unsure of how to pronounce his last name, so I'm just gonna say Darko for short. That's his first name. And honestly, Memphis is a scrappy, fast-paced team with a lot of ball movement. So when I think about that, and I think about Toronto, that's gonna keep Scotty Barnes, that is probably gonna keep OG. And that honestly probably should keep Pascal Siakam because that's a nice. That's a nice squad over there. That's gonna be interesting, bro. Like they're gonna run a lot. They need a fast. I feel like they need a 12-point guard. We can move the ball.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree definitely. Like I said earlier, we don't know what these assistant coaches will do, but we know that Darvin Ham was assistant coach and he did well for the Lakers, with or without the free agency moves. He did.
Was an assistant coach. Just went to the finals with the Celtics.
Exactly. So we're seeing a lot of new faces, and we just gotta adjust. That's all it is, and we're gonna judge it by what we see over a period of time. Not only one season, only one game, but that's how you judge coaches, honestly, and what they do and improve. So hopefully we find some gems of the assistant coaches. So that's the end of our video right here of the Coach Hot Potato. Thank you guys for staying tuned. If you watched this far, I know you guys will be here when we release what we got releasing for the 2023 to 24 season. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back again and see you next time.